An astable multivibrator is a type of oscillator circuit that generates a continuous square wave output without any external input signal. It is commonly built using two transistors and a few passive components like resistors and capacitors. The circuit switches back and forth between two stable states, hence the name astable. Here's how you can create an astable multivibrator circuit using two transistors. Components you'll need: 2 NPN transistors, example, 2N3904 or BC547, 2 capacitors, C1 and C2, typically electrolytic capacitors, 4 resistors, R1, R2, R3, and R4, power supply voltage, VCC. Here's a step-by-step explanation of how the circuit works. Initially, assume that Q1 is on, saturated, and Q2 is OFF, cut off. As a result, C1 starts charging through R1 and Q1. As C1 charges, the voltage across it increases. When this voltage reaches a certain threshold, Q2 starts to turn on, and Q1 begins to turn off. With Q2 turning on, C2 starts charging through R3 and Q2, while C1 starts discharging through R2 and Q1. As C1 discharges, its voltage decreases. When it falls below a certain threshold, Q1 turns on again, and the cycle repeats. The circuit keeps switching back and forth between these two states, generating a square wave output at the collector of Q1 and Q2. This square wave has a frequency determined by the values of the resistors, R1, R2, R3, and R4, and capacitors, C1 and C2.